Alright, so let's get straight to the point here. Maserati is in need of a bit of a rebrand and has just unveiled the car that it thinks will do the job, the MC20. Now, this car is supposedly the first of Maserati's new era of vehicles, and from the MC20's DNA, the Italian car brand plans to launch no fewer than 13 new cars. That's quite a bit, especially considering they'll all hit roads before 2024. So let's check out Maserati's great white supercar hope, the MC20. Okay, so a little more context and then we'll get to the car, I promise. For the last few years, Maserati has been in a bit of a funk. Sales have been down, leading to a loss of earnings, which has led to some truly uninspired cars. But that has all changed apparently, and the MC20 will kick off the next evolution of the Italian car brand. At last, we have had our first look at what it will look like, and it looks, well, pretty damn good. The MC, of which stands for Maserati Corsa, and the 20, which is of course the year 2020, was debuted this week via livestream. And what a livestream it was, because instead of the live studio audience you'd expect, the MC20 was unveiled in front of a load of previous Maserati models. Now I'm sure there's a lesson to be had in there, something about the old standing and watching their own future appear in front of them. But I'm not going to psychoanalyze a car launch any more than that. Now, the big news out of the launch was that the MC20 has been designed for full electric power. Maserati made a big song and dance about the Nettuno engine, which, like the brand's Trident logo, sits between the MC20's two axes. Now, that engine is a twin turbocharged 3-liter V6 unit that should be good for 621 horsepower. It will reach a top speed of 325 kilometers per hour, and it all sounds rather fast. If I was a betting man, I'd actually say that a modified version of the same engine will also appear in those 13 future models. Now, the guiding theme of the design was the brand's identity. It's all very elegant, and the butterfly doors do a lot to add an exotic touch to this rather good-looking motor. Now, according to Maserati, the MC20 prototype spent thousands of hours in wind tunnels honing the aerodynamics for performance. But don't take my word for it. We sat down with Klaus Busse, a man uniquely suited to talk about the MC20 as he's Maserati's head of design, about what exactly makes this car so very special.
The brief to us designers was to create a new super sports car for Maserati, a mid-engine car. And of course, this is a very, very humbling experience for a designer, because even if you work on any Maserati, we know this is not purely a car that gets you from A to B. But when you design a Maserati, it is a car that will potentially go to a Concorso d'Eleganza, to a museum, to a collection. And of course, when you then have the honor to work on a car like this, a mid-engine super sports car, the stakes are high, the expectations are very high, and the responsibility is very high. So we had to deliver a strong manifesto for Maserati, and this was only possible by a very close collaboration with our partners in engineering, because this car is equally about design and performance is only possible with excellent engineers.
Now, I couldn't have said it better myself. Now, obviously, one of the biggest questions I actually had for Busse was what it was like putting together the MC20, which is Maserati's first sports car in 15 long years.
Every time we touch a new Maserati, it is an incredible honor and a responsibility for us at Centro Stile. These cars will not just be on a road driven from A to B. These cars will end up in personal collections, on concours d'élégance, in museums, in collections. So every time we touch a new Maserati, it's an incredible responsibility for us at Centro Stile Design, especially when we then go ahead and have the pleasure to work on what will become a new milestone for Maserati design. This MC20 not only reflects and represents us entering a new era for the brand, but also a new era for the design evolution of the brand Maserati.
Now, we don't know a huge amount more about the MC20 than that, but Maserati has said that all these cars take years to develop and there's no exact date for when it will hit roads. Now we do know that when the car does begin production, there will be 2 models available in coupe and convertible form, and that by 2022 there will be an all-electric model. So that's good news for electric car fans and massive news for the Maserati Elite. Stay tuned to EsquireMe.com for more supercar news, reviews, and everything in between.